Hello everybody, welcome in. We are here, of course, with map number 1 getting underway. It is Inferno to kick us off between these two teams. Sangal starting off on that T side. I am once again joined by Neo Kai. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome. Let's get it started. Hang on a second. Already down banana. Boomich, on the myth, taking that first fight into a second mid. Deco doing more of the same. Right now, panics. He's starting to panic a little bit. He's in a bit of trouble. 15 points of HP. Spotted, and Boomich will find the opener.
Looks like they might be able to get another one as well. Yes, Panics was left incredibly low there from the earlier exchange. So easy pickups coming in. 5 versus 3 straight out of the gate. Easy does it for 1 win, and they will begin to rotate some players back around towards A. As they're reading this situation pretty perfectly, to be honest with you. They will try their best on the Sangal side to coax their way in towards this A bomb site. Molotov goes down towards pit. There's not anyone there. It's Deco, the first line of defense. There is a couple of kills that come in for the Glocks. And Kyuubii with a nice one onto Nickelback means that this round is now on 2 versus 2. Just Travis and Boomich left to pick up the pieces. They don't have a kit available to them. Travis has no armor and is very low HP. This is looking like Sangal might be able to wrestle this one back, to be honest with you. Time ticking away on this bomb. Heads. Showing as a team kill as Travis goes walking in front of Boomich. That might just do it. He has to go and try and recover this round, but I don't think there's any coming back from that. Soulfly sees him off, and Sangal steal away the pistol round.
And of all the ways to do it as well, Boomich actually started off the round really well, and to get that team kill in that sort of fashion, it's one of those things, Scriv. You have to say it, but you hate to see it. It's simple as that. Sangal, that round looked lost, right? Already with the pressure down towards Banana. It looked like it was game, set, and match. We saw very, very aggro takes coming through from the Sangal guys, which was punished immediately. Boomich, great start for him. The nade damage on towards Panicked. Everything was looking fantastic for 1 win to claw a first round in their favor, and pretty comfortably too. My God, things fell south. Mighty fast. Hop shots. Boomich take a little bit of a tick from the molly. But a smoke will come through, and he's happy just to fall away and give up that space. Right now, for 1 win, bit of a stack over towards B. Now rotating towards A.
Early utility coming out from Sangal. We'll give them the brackets control that they are after. So just shaping up for the A hit, ready to pin things down. Ready and raring to go over here. They've got to be careful of the little triangle setup that can be pretty deadly to get through, to be honest with you. And support as well from Travis out towards that long area. So very quickly could get messy here on the A-bomb site.
See, ScrunK bomb in hand on a Mach 10. Can actually be the entry. Entering with the bomb in hand was a little bit risky. Deco, nice shot. And the MP down actually flood back through out of apps, trying to get in behind. That's going to make them feel uncomfortable because here he is. And he shows his presence, looking for a third, but can't quite convert it. Time's ticking. Sangal got to make a decision. It's looking like they're going to double back towards B.
Soulfly being followed here through the smoke should be an easy pickup for Forrester. It is indeed. It's going to be a Galil retrieved as well. So this is a very scary looking T-side now, but a nice fake out, bait and switch back towards the A-bomb site will at the very least allow them to get the game back down to the neutral and get that bomb down. Still not the easiest thing in the world here, but we'll see. Moving in, 1 win, recovering some rifles and some stronger weaponry to try and retake this here bomb site. They don't have a kit available. They don't really have any utility available either. Mach 10 up close and personal. Going to mow down 2. Surely has now set it up. It's just Travis against Panics, who is only on 25 HP. So Panics has really got to play this well. Really has to guess correctly and will catch him at the right time. Great timing peak from Panics and a great recovery from Sangal.
Things were getting shaky. Things were getting a little bit worrying because once again, 1 win had opportunities there to make that one a massive punish play, essentially. Credit to Sangal, they bounce back, they make it work in their favor, fine margins, but that's all that matters, right? Getting those rounds on the board, starting to build up a little bit of a gap between the T and the CT side. And the big thing as well, the Mach 10 getting a lot of kills, right? Which means money in the pockets and continues to give them pretty healthy buys. Let's see, right now, so far, so good over towards Sangal. The money over towards 1 win is pretty minimal. Dory flashed in, spots one of the towards boiler. Close and personal as well. Close down the space on the pistols. This is not a bad start from Sangal once again. They've got to make sure that this sort of round is pretty clean.
That is indeed what they're looking for. And I think it should be very doable for them. They are once again approaching towards this A-bomb site, an area that they've been to a number of times now and look pretty comfortable over here. So, oh, the flash comes around. It does not quite meet the mark there. We all caught that. We all saw that. Egg on the face there for one win, but at the very least, Forrester gets to live.
It was a little bit quiet. It's quite airy in the server. Smoke Plume. So far, what is Sangal's decision? They are still trying to press the point here over towards that of A, and it's going to cost them a little bit. Deco will find the trade, and more damage being dealt towards ScrunK, but they're still committing towards A. Nobody rotating away.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this move. Oh, this is going to be a dangerous one once again against the pistols. A little bit of damage comes off early enough. The MAC-10, though, again, mows through them. Always difficult for the pistols to lock down an SMG, so it looks slightly scary for a second. Sangal really winding the clock down, and that made us doubt their moving a little bit, but they will survive that stack.
Nickelback on the way out on the P250, looking for an exit. Does need to be careful as well. That bomb radius is pretty hefty these days. No armor. Might take a pretty considerable chunk. Anybody exits out his way, that's where things get problematic. And Corey is going to be the first probably to meet him. And I don't think he'll find the kill unless he's got the reactions for it. No. Easy kill for him. He's with the fine one. MAC-10 scooped up. And it's looking like he'll get away with it intact. And he will. Fair play. Gets us one kill. Nothing more than a consolation. Will not make any sort of a difference at all. And there we go. 3-0 start for Sangal. What matters most is one win into their first full buy. Up in play for Deco. And rifles to support him. Nickelback happy to wield the MAC-10. Needs to make sure it's utilized well. And again, I guess it gives him a little bit of spare money. You'd even make the argument that potentially even just full buying around the team with an M4 of his own wouldn't be a bad idea here. But I guess having a little bit of money left over isn't going to be the worst case scenario. 3-0 start for Sangal. One win to must convert. Technically, we'd call this a bonus round for Sangal, but these rounds have been made pretty expensive at times.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. They got the last one pretty cleanly, but yeah, you can already see where the money is at, or the lack thereof. So, oh, Boomich. I don't think he meant to let go of left click there. Will do some good damage onto Soulfly. Scares them away from Banana as well. Nickelback, meanwhile, he's got his trusty MAC-10 here. I love this. And he flashes to go alongside it. No, he's just going to go wide. A little bit of a crazy one. Travis will manage to find a 3K, though, on the trade back. Eventually gets dealt with. But that is a hell of a pickup, because Panics had found a double spray down that really did the job already. Nonetheless, what is the move here? Sangal have still got some control out towards A. Oh, big opportunity here for Kyuubii if he can guess. Oh, the right moment. Ooh. He spins around to find Deco. An absolutely massive frag will leave Forrester with it all to do against two.
Yeah, it's a huge kill. This retake, it's doable, but it's going to be pretty tough. Utah to come down. The molly going to be dropped at the perfect time. Forrester does have a gap to work with. In fact, I think he can sneak past the molly without taking damage. That means no noise. ScrunK first to be showing his head. Needs to be careful. He's extremely low on HP. How does he make this one stick? Forrester in the 1 versus 2. And I get spotted out for a big pit. Well played from Sangal. Another hugely important round for them to be taking. And a 4-0 start. Everything is already beginning to look very, very good over towards that T side. One win in the spot of trouble right now. Not exactly been the most comfortable of displays, to say the least. Just to mention as well, I guess we didn't really even touch on it all that much earlier, but the veto, for those wondering, of course, this pick of Inferno is Sangal's, hence why they're starting on that T side. One winner picked in towards Mirage, and if we need it, Ancient is our decider. So Sangal, on their map pick, looking very good so far.
Yep, it is still early days, but looking pretty confident to say the least. One win, of course. Will have to kind of watch themselves in the early portion here. A map that they do play, but definitely not as many reps on it as Sangal, that is for sure. So Sangal will be much more comfortable, on this one. kind of a must-win for the Sangal side as well. We are expecting that from them, with it being their map being a comfort map for them. But
For sure.
with Mirage coming up next, 1 win generally don't lose on Mirage. So we are expecting Sangal to look impressive here.
Yeah, they're pretty damn good on Mirage. I've got to give them their credit. It's actually very difficult as well in terms of the tier 2 circuit to kind of out and out show and make as a statement that one map, and especially a puggy map like a Mirage or an Inferno, you are so dominant on. But credit to 1 win. They do but make Mirage look easy at times. Back to the action right now. The Sangal poking and prodding over towards top B. They know the buy is low and they're happy just take fight here. Boom, it's already spotted as well.
We'll have to be wary on that side of Sangal. It's a pretty scary B hold. I think they're kind of savvy to that fact as well. Faking it out, keeping attention on B, going to very quickly rotate as a pack towards that A bomb site, which they will discover is completely clear. And should be able to win the round out from here, I would say. And you never know, they might just hold what they have on that 1-win side, to be honest. They will be looking to buy into the next round, but, you know, you got a bit of cheaper head armor. You've obviously got an M4 in the mix, so... and denying kill bonus away, things like that. These are small, marginal things that can make all the difference at the top end of the game.
That's it. 1 win. Happy to keep hold of what they've got, especially Nickelback. That's the important one. We said, you know, him keeping all that Mac 10 and having a little bit more money in the pockets could be a bit of a bad call, but in this sense, it's actually worked out well for him. Just unfortunately, couldn't really do anything with it. In towards this round, it was a pretty kind of meh round, all things considered. And well, of course, we will now see ourselves into Sangal 5-0. Kyuubii poking, prodding, spawning one out close as well. Needs to be careful. That's an AK, primed and ready. But 1 win again. They don't want to test it. They don't want to overextend. They want to keep hold of their armor especially. And they will not push their way down. So 5-0 start. Really solid, I have to be said. So over towards Sangal. This seaside very well kind of trained in the way they're kind of coming in towards their defaults. They're expecting 1 win at times to get aggressive, and they're punishing them. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's really good Counter-Strike. It's pretty simple, fundamental Counter-Strike, but it's working well. And right now, 1 win just can't seem to find that man advantage, and it's causing them a lot of problems.
Yeah, it really is. Utility down here to just make life difficult for Panics. Takes some damage, dishes some out. Pretty run-of-the-mill stuff so far in the round number 6 here. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Slow for now. Let's see. Drop in the corner. Flash can come through as well. First kill going to go the way of Nickelback, the IGL leading from the front. And Travis will have one more as well. Panic spam down through the smoke. Not exactly the way he wanted to go. What's the plan of action now? Deco Shadow spotted, an easy kill for Kyuubii. There's a lot more to be done, and ScrunK is stuck in the back line. I don't think it'll be expected.
I don't think so either. This is looking like a pretty scary setup, to be honest. ScrunK. Oh, should be able to get the drop, shouldn't he? Yeah, Forrester's an easy pickup. They've got that Moto smoke coming in. There is a little bit of an advanced position for Nickelback, but he totally gets caught off guard. Travis has cut one off of the backside, but they are still looking damn good here in the 2 versus 2, keeping those CTs at bay. No utility remaining for the T side to continue that on, though, so we'll see what the retake looks like. There is a couple of kits available here. Where are the frags going to come in, though? That is the key question. It's such a difficult post plant to break apart on that A bomb site once it is already set up. Boomich just moving through slowly but surely, trying to pair up with his teammate. Not going to happen, though. They just get mowed down. Like I said, so hard to deal with. And 6 rounds now in a row for Sangal.
This is just cracking Counter-Strike, right? Everything that 1 win are throwing at Sangal right now, nothing's sticking. We were asking questions about how the Sangal side are going to bounce back into kind of the middle part of 2023. And right now, looking pretty damn good. They can make a deep run in the ESL Challenger League. This, once again, kind of lights the flame in towards the argument that this side being very solid and being a pretty capable side coming through. A pause to be called. You can expect this by 1 win. And you can see why this is not good Counter-Strike. Right now, they're struggling. They have got no control over this game. And Sangal putting up a little bit of a clinic on that C side. All picked up, dropped over towards Panics. Of course, as you could expect, the buy over towards one wing going to be slightly janky, but they can force buy in. I'd be very surprised if they don't. Nickelback's got nearly 7k. Travis got 5k. Forrest already bought. He had 4.5 to work with. They've got money. That's the big port of call here. How are they going to make it work? Nickelback and Boomich down into slightly lesser investments, but the AWP in play for Deco. That's important. They got to get this youngster firing on all cylinders. If Deco starts to find form with the AWP, that's when Sangal might be in a spot of bother. Now, though, so far so good. Nothing to complain about.
Yeah, looking really good, to be honest with you. And this is very impressive stuff. I think that, you know, one win, we're maybe expecting to come into this one as the clear favorite. We talked about that a decent amount, and individually they have a much better team. You know, Nickelback, one of the best in-game leaders at this level. Deco, one of the up-and-coming AWPers, and Forrest has been a guy that's been talked about for a long time on the rifle. So, expecting big things out of him. He's a little quiet into this one so far, but hopefully that changes for the one-win side. At the moment, they're all pretty quiet because they don't have a single round. Nonetheless, we'll see what Sangal have got up their sleeve. It starts to get harder and harder the deeper they go into this one-sided affair that they're currently having.
Pop shot coming through. Deco just going to fall away. Smoke will come down. He'll reposition. Just keeping Sangal in their place. Just not allowing them do anything too audacious over towards B. And actually sort of trying to force them in a rotation back over towards A. Which actually wouldn't be a bad call. Only 2 players here. And a Boomich with just an MP9. Could be a bit of a problem. We'll see. But they're still committed towards this B here.
In they will go. Utility over the top. There will be a quick rotation here from Nickelback, so going to be very scary to get through here. Going to try and get aggressive as Soulfly gets absolutely mowed down. Deco has found one with the AWP as well, hidden away towards the dark area. Kyuubii is lurking around towards the A side of things, but is that really all that useful? The B execute has fallen apart. There's no time to get the bomb down, and one win will finally be on the board.
Yeah, it took a while, right? I think it actually came down to Sangal just being a little bit stubborn, maybe you could put it, in their ways, right? They had rotated back over towards A. I think they would have got into a lot of success there. There was only Boomich with the MP9 and one of those M4s sticking around. They could have just overwhelmed the site, but they kept in their position. They kept in their place. They themselves get overwhelmed, and finally, one win. Find that first round. Is this going to be the catalyst to further success? Who knows, but it needs to be, to say the least. Right now, this game already seems like it's slightly slipping away from them. They need to kickstart their repertoire. So let's see. Alex in the AWP holding for a crossover towards window. Not being given anything just yet. One win now, starting to look and play with a little bit more bravado, a little bit more confidence, which is good to see.
Oh, Forrest has been looking for that for quite a few rounds, and he will finally get it done in a pretty important round to find an opener in as well. So fair play, fair credit. Can they roll with the man advantage that they've now found themselves? Mid utility coming in, ineffective against Forrester, and he will find himself another kill. The AWP does manage to land one. Corey trying to go crazy. It's not quite coming off now, is it? Panics. He's retrieved an AWP here and going to try and make it work, but he's got, of course, 4 more to get through, and that surely is not going to happen for him.
Panics, can he keep hold of it? That's the big question. Especially considering having an AWP in play would be huge for them. He's starting to be swarmed, though. They know where he is, of course, and he's got so much time to burn to keep this alive. He can't rotate away. There's nowhere he can go. Forrest is waiting to rotate in as well. Easy, easy done. They could double AWP if they want to. I don't think it's really a necessity over towards the CT side. And finally, one winner starting to find some form. It was a long time coming. It looked like things were getting a little bit shaky with Sangal running away, and now this is starting to look a little bit more competitive. One win we saw us at the RMR. We've seen this at previous tournaments from them. They're a slow start inside at times. But at the very least, now we can start to build up their storyline of, well, at least be remaining somewhat competitive. And then, of course, the other side, we can start even looking into if they're able to make this map successful, who knows what happens to the entire series.
Indeed, sir. Very true. Could become a difficult story quite quickly. So What does the recovery look like here? At the moment, you are not expecting it to look fantastic. Deco getting activated in some of the recent rounds as well is a really scary prospect. He continues to do so as he opens up into this one and maybe setting Nickel back up as well. They might think that long is completely clear now, and that would be the wrong call. Banana looks scary as well. Great flash around for Deco to make a solo play, and he just is not missing right now. Boomich opens up in Banana, and that leaves Corey no longer with a head. 3 rounds on the board for 1 win.
And that's exactly what we were saying, right? You've got to get Deco firing in all cylinders. You've got to get this guy starting to, you know, find his form and get into positions where things are looking really good. And if you get Deco activated, you get him online, get all the gears going, things do become pretty damn uncomfortable. That's what we love to see. Now 1 win in a very strong position. Sangal down to a low buy for essentially the first time so far on the T side. Already looking a lot better. Run boost missed, but Deco does not care. In towards me, an easy kill for him. Looking for more as well. He's happy to duel these pistols.
Just about. Nothing too aggressive coming in from the rest of the pistols so far. Just hanging back. This is the thing about 1 win, man. This is what I was talking about. You know, those individuals may take a bit of time into a map that they are less comfortable on, but they really can start putting up a brick wall, and I think we have to worry for Sangal if they can't figure this one out fast. 1 winner in prime position with the members that they have to just shut things down.
Couple of shots going through pretty comfortably. Over towards 1 win. Now they got the AKs to work with as well. It does make them even more scary. Eagle pop shots. He's trained on the angle with the pre-fire. He's not actually hitting the shot. But it should be pretty comfortable. Sangal down to just 3. These pistols should be 6 feet under in a few mere moments. And once again, we're back in towards a full buy coming through. Okay, panics. That is not a bad shot at all. No shot. No way.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. AWP retrieved. The one thing is the fact that these players pushing down mid just going to make it very difficult to get the bomb back. They now have that bomb control. They might not realize it, but with only 20 seconds to go, the round is pretty much over. Just looking for damage control at the moment on the 1 win side, and they will get full damage control. In fact, not going to lose anyone else. Can they get the AWP back? Yes, they can. Nickelback, he retrieves it. So, continuing the on-the-trot rounds here. 1 win looking very strong indeed. And Sangal, as I said, if they can't get this rifle here, maybe they do start to worry about their longevity on the T side.
That's it. That is it. 2 rounds, the difference. And of course, now things once again looking very competitive. Sangal are asking questions about them on the T side. They've got to start to find form themselves. Can they make this one stick? Oh, but Deco in and around the smoke will find the opener once again. They cannot keep up with him. Deco starting to fire on all cylinders.
Uh-oh. Very, very scary indeed. Travis going to hold the line in towards Banana as well. The Banana hold looks pretty solid there as they've got a player in deep. No real chance to find anything. 5 on 3. And Sangal, it's all fallen apart. They tried to get aggressive. They tried to, you know, be proactive, do something different with the round. And usually that is a good thing. But they just could not make it work. And they end up losing a vast amount of control because of it.
1-1 now. Rotation coming back over towards B. Sangal down to just 3. And this is a horrible predicament for them to be in. 2 AKs and AWP. Try and make this one work. A smoke coming through over towards long to kind of keep the attention there, but it seems like 1 win aren't falling for it. Gonna peek down, trying towards mid. Nobody's there. They now know it's going towards B. Look at the rotation. Already called immediately. This one's done. Sangal, they've got no clue. They're getting completely pinted in towards Banana, and it's all falling apart. Time's ticking. Nickelback finds, well, 1.5 kills. Strong left on 2 points of HP. This one's done.
"15 seconds. Becomes a mission about holding on to the weaponry that they have. Panics continues to dig, though. Just for 1 kill. Just to have some impact in the round. Oh, and Boomich might give it to him. Yes, indeed he does. So, down goes Boomich. There is that at the very least. But round itself, obviously, Goes the way of one win, not a chance. As Sangal, they are very much stuck now. And very scarily stuck. 5 in a row. The gap closing incredibly fast from one win.
I gotta say, this is pretty worrying times now. On the flip side, it's started off so well towards Sangal. We're asking a lot of questions towards one win, and now it is most definitely vice versa. Not a position you want to be in. Sangal, ST side looking lackluster. And the way one win are playing right now, they're in no mood to lose at all. Full investment coming through for the T side. Not actually brought all too much to the table. AWP, Galil and an AK, supported by a Mac-10 and a Deeg.
Early utility out from both sides over on this A side of things. Sangal playing a pretty far back default, not really giving their game away too much. Very hidden. And very difficult to read into. One win at the same time. They are playing 4 towards that A side of things. So Sangal might be walking into the trap here if they're not careful.
Panics. Leading the charge of the AWP. One just out to meet him as that smoke dissipates. Oh, it's all down to Boomich here. He can get away with murder. One at range will be a freebie. Corey up close. He sees the boost. Now there's multiple bodies here. And look at the wrap already coming through. But Kyuubii's holding for it. And on his way out to spot a few.
Nice find from Panics. He'll be traded back immediately by Travis, though. What is the move here? They're going to go towards that A side of things. And where is Travis is the big question. He's going to be out towards middle here in a bit of an off angle. Finds all 3 of them. Travis mows them all down and holds the line for one win.
6 all as well. What a resurgence. What a performance from one win. 6 rounds in a row. It's exactly what you want to be seeing. Consistency coming out of the side, showing their elite level. And some of these individuals really stepped up to the plate. Travis and Deco especially, 13 and 11 kills respectively. These two are farming. And you can just see how confident they are. You know, their ability in to kind of take mid and get reads on Sangal. It just shows how confident. They're happy to take fights, happy to rely on the mechanical prowess. Sangal starting to be flustered just a tad, but just as I say that, so far they're taking it up close and personal, getting right in the face of Boomich.
Deadly stuff. Flash coming round here just to give some control back towards the one-win side of things. But Sangal, they are fully out. They have fully bailed on this one, mate. They are looking towards that A side of things instead.
Let's see. Rotation coming through. As Forrester just going to make sure that long rotate doesn't catch up on him. They hear a lot of this information. Decker holding a very close angle. If anyone's going to hit it, it would be him. Drops an aid of his own. It would just fall away. Bit of damage on towards the pistol. So far, in a bit of a precarious spot. Rap coming through in one skin. We spoke about Forrester over towards long. He should get away with a bit of a freebie there.
Certainly looking that way. Forrester. Ooh, tough spray down for him, but he does get it done. 30 seconds remaining. Decision to be made by Sangal. They've ebbed and flowed, backed and forthed it. Deco nearly caught out towards middle. Might have had a better chance if he had the AWP out there, but instead going for the USP. See, I told you. Get the AWP in action. And this guy is pretty unstoppable as he finds another one. Can Panics take him down with the Deagle? He's left on 12 HP. Certainly is doable. What a no-scope from Deco. Oh my goodness. These rounds are getting crazier and crazier.
And it's just Deco things. I mean, this guy is just an animal. What a performance we're seeing from him right now. 14 kills to his name as one win. Up to 7, and which is in a row as well. When does Sangal call another pause? This is already starting to escape them, although they just play in towards the halfway mark and kind of just give up this T side. It's quite simply been not good enough. Worrying signs. Full buy coming through. Failure to convert here for Sangal means they'll have no funds to work with, really, in towards the 15th and final round of the half. Just whatever they got in terms of loss bonus, which will be about 3.4k. Be able to muster a buy, but it won't be a comfy one. A Decker finds the opener. No surprise or shock to anybody.
Yeah, he's looked absolutely unstoppable. Took him some time to get into things for sure, but 15 and 8 right now. Absolutely incredible stuff. Forrester will get caught, but Deco gets a collat. What is going on with this guy right now? Oh my goodness. Crazy no-scope in the previous round. Collateral in this one. Unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Oh, it's ridiculous from him right now. This individual is on fire. They just cannot seem to keep him at bay. No smoking towards Divider. This could get a little bit shaky. Gun barrel spotted. Easiest kill of his life for Travis. Deco finally put 6 feet under. He's already done his job. 3 kills to his name. This round, up in flames. What do they do here? Panics. Saving would be the right call, but it's most definitely easier said than done.
Certainly is a pretty impossible one for him, especially now with the time, to be honest. He needed some time to be able to maneuver around and keep them guessing, but does not get it, so just going to have to back away and save the AWP into the next round. This is really incredible stuff from OneWin so far, as they have turned this half around. It looked pretty dire for a second. 6 in a row from Sangal, but that was quite a while ago now, because it's been 8 in a row from OneWin.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. 8 rounds in a row, mate. I mean, that is just ridiculous. We said for Sangal that loss bonus alone will kind of keep them alive, so they will have a buy until the 15th and final, but it's not been good Counter-Strike for, well, the last 8 rounds, because they've all gone the way of OneWin. They cannot seem to find a gap in this armor. Credit, though. And the big thing and the worrying thing for me about Sangal is they've allowed the individuals over towards OneWin to start getting confident. When you make them uncomfortable, that's when they're super beatable. They're very malleable and towards your playstyle. When you allow them to just get super fluid and play their game, it can be a brutal side to come against. Smoke will come through, panics. Limited in terms of his space. The bomb's still looking like it wants to commit over towards A. Which actually right now would be the wrong call. 3 bodies over here. And they're happy to play things slow.
Yeah, really slow. I think they almost become readable in some situations. I think that's been one of the big problems, is that they are a little easier to work around. Soulfly, though, playing an individual game there. Nothing too thought out. Will manage to find a kill onto Boomich, putting pressure on the B-bomb site. Traded back, kept into a 4-on-4 by, of course, none other than Deco. So what does Sangal do now?
All goes on the quiet side. Numbers the same, right? And that's what matters most. As we like to say, the age-old anecdote, trades traditionally benefit the T side. Forest are rotating over towards A just in the nick of time as well. Couple of pop shots through the smoke. Sangal not committed. They're going to leave one lurking over towards B. Out of Corey. This is going to be a bit of a pog. Caught crossing potentially. He still gets one. That's the main thing. ScrunK will find the trade. AK scooped up as well. Deco close and personal. These close range angles is where he does his best work.
Deadly stuff on the Deagle. Going to drop the bomb with only 10 seconds remaining as well. Now puts Panics under a lot of pressure. Deco gets a flash in, trying to find it once again. Not going to happen for him, but they really are messed up over here on the Sangal side of things. It's just going to be Panics left, and he really does not have a good position. Misses out on the flick. Travis takes him down. And that is 9-6 at the turn of the half. 9 in a row coming in from OneWin. What a turnaround. They will take the lead, and we'll see what they can do in the second half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back, wonderful people. We are here with the second half, of course. One win. They are absolutely rolling through this one. Deco in particular, farming out here. Travis not too far behind him. So we talked about those individuals of one win being pretty damn scary, and it seems like they are living up to the prophecy.
My God. Yeah, this has been a bit of a massacre. I mean, what have you seen so far? It's been 9 rounds in a row from one win. Talk about consistency at an elite level. Goes a personal. Needs to kickstart things well. Sangal, not a great start as well. Panic's down to 3 points of HP.
Little rough, little tough. Out comes the utility, though. They're going to go flying in on that one-win side of things. Panics gets dealt with. And there's not really anybody else available on that CT side to put a stop to things. They, unfortunately, were playing the worst setup against it. 3 on B, 1 on the A bomb site itself. So a flying burst from the apartments is exactly what the doctor ordered, and one win will read into it. Big deal here if they can get this pistol cleanly now, and it looks like that is indeed what they're going to do. Deco finds himself a double the Glock. Corey's left incredibly low. There is a kit available, but they don't have a lot of time on their hands, and they actually kind of know that. They're going to bail on this and just take what they have into the next round if they can. Kyuubii can't survive. Corey is miles away, so he will be able to take what he has, but the round itself going to go the way of one win, and you would assume they will make them their way up to 12 rounds now on the one-win side.
Yeah, exactly that. See, side starting well on the hunting side. Just insult to injury. Make sure Corey has nothing on the way out. There was, essentially no need for that, right? I mean, the grand scheme, but one win. You may as well. Salt in the wounds. 10 rounds in a row. We're going to continue to say this because it is monumental stuff. And, of course, to reiterate, this is Sangal's map pick. Not the greatest start, of course. Standard meta for them, force buying in towards the second round. Scout for Panic just pistols alongside him. Hoping he can do the old tag and bag. And, well, there's the tag. Hoping the pistols can see off Travis. That dink will come through as well.
Decent damage to open up. Tiny bit of nade damage done onto Boomich, but they are giving a lot of control across to one win. That's one of the things. And again, if one win, the type of team allowed to play their own game, they really can take you downtown. So you've got to, yes, indeed, respect them, but maybe not respect them too much because they will run away with a game like that. And, well, Sangal have given them a lot of space in this round, not really battling, not really fighting them at all, just hoping that the pistols and the setup will be enough to steal away this force buy. But let me tell you, my friends, it is easier said than done than that. So I'm going to tell on this one. ScrunK left incredibly low. Oh, this does look a little dangerous, to be fair. Oh, Forrester, he knows what's up. Goes flying in, finds Kyuubii. That's maybe the opener that they were indeed looking for. Forrester down for another. And the round secured as they make their way in towards A.
One will go down after the flames subside. There we go. Of course, that's going to be 11th on the board. This is just being absolute domination. Things started so well in towards this game for Sangal. 6 in a row. It was looking like finally they were back to their winning ways. My God, how quickly things have gone south for them. There's a world in time where we can start talking about anything that Sangal brings to the table is too little too late in this game. One winner so close to the finish line already. They're going to find 11th here. They should find a 12th as well off the back of it. It's a flawless round for them to find their 11th. And, of course, to add to it, with Sangal, this being a full investment, they're going to have no money to work with in towards the next. Everything's going south, is what we have to say. There is no positives, no silver linings over towards Sangal, apart from this fact that they've got a scout to work with in towards the next round. Not a position you want to be in at all. This is a struggling side, and it seems like they've hit this absolute mental blockade where they just do not know what to do, how to overcome the situation that they are in right now. It's a brutal position to be in. 11-6, 5 rounds the lead, 11 in a row. It should be made 12 in just a mere moments. As we said, that was flawless. One win. They don't even have to reinvest in towards this next round.
Nice pickup from Boomich. We'll give them a lot of room to work with. They'll just be able to play with that advantage now. I feel like they're actually sticking towards this B-bomb site as well, which is indeed the correct call. Deco looking for another frag out towards A, but nothing on the way just yet. Life looking very, very good. One win, indeed, thinking about the future here as they want to move forward into that next round and ultimately start to look like they're going to steal away the map pick here. Really, really scary stuff. Sangal are going to have to prove to us that they have indeed got it in the locker with, 23 maps played or whatever. They should be in a position where they've been on a fair few comebacks, but on win, run rings around them a little. Nice isolation kill from ScrunK, to be fair to him. The double dink can often be hard to hit on the USP, but not going to result in anything too crazy.
And it's just nothing more than a consolation. If they can get a couple more, that'd be nice. P250. Drop to the hands of Forrester. Simple stuff. And the likes of Kyuubii. Keep that Scout in play. See if you can get a couple of kills with it, maybe on the way out. If anyone exits your way, try and punish them. I don't think that's going to be the case. What a performance. What a clinic from OneWin, both now on the CT and the T side. But you're seeing his ability to dominate and control games. It's cracking stuff. It really is solid work. Nothing will be saved as well, just to make matters even worse. Sangal, at the very least, sort of a full buy to work within towards the next. And this is a must convert. If OneWin find 13 here, it's games in a match. And then to add to the fact that OneWin have got Mirage up next to the chopping block for them. Oh, it is very concerning times in the Sangal camp. They're getting absolutely obliterated right now. In tournament number 19, we would usually condone this as being what we class a bonus buy for OneWin. If they make this one stick, definitely game set.
Very true indeed. So yeah, the pressure is on Sangal very quickly into the second half and very quickly into, the big round of the rifle buy. Could start to see the end of this game if they are not careful. I think that's ultimately what we are getting at. So putting their best foot forward here on the CT end of thing, a boost up for Soulfly. Certainly been struggling a little bit, so hopefully he can pick up his performance here.
Very quiet, very slow. ScrunK just deciding what he wants to drop. It's going to be the smoke coming through towards the front side. A lot of units are coming over. And actually, the smoke might be a little bit too little, too late. Soulfly from above needs multi-frags here. We'll find the first and ScrunK combined. That's what we need to see. That's a crossfire for you, but it's already been picked apart by Deco.
This guy is absolutely flying right now. Forrester going to be above the smoke as well. Panic's not respecting that at all. 3 versus 2. Very quickly falling apart. Nice trade from Kyuubii here. Does give them a chance back into the round. I believe there is a kit dropped. Yeah, there is a kit dropped into the pool area. Corey, meanwhile, can't deal with the off angle. That was the big one, I think. And that might start to see the end of this round. Double peak comes in. See you next week. 13 for OneWin, and the game looking like it is all but over.
These spots on my ice, I don't think there's any world in which Sangal can get back into this. They are getting absolutely obliterated right now. It's one-sided. There's just no competition. And mentally, Sangal look checked out of Inferno. It's their map pick, and they are just unable to compete right now. That is the story about what OneWin can do to you as a side. Brilliant stuff. Amazing work as well. Let's see. The buy for Sangal is just a mere mag 7. And a few pistols to try and make this one work. Nate coming over, Soulfly up close and personal. He's got an inkling. Boomage knows, but it does not matter. All right, Soulfly, not a bad shot.
Bit dirty. 5-7, of course, always a classic. Always good for one, as we like to say here on our streams. But yeah, we'll see, man. This is looking like another opportunity for Sangal to wrestle back into the game. If they can maybe make the AK sing, if they can make some of their positional advantages sing as well. Look at Kyuubii here with the mag 7. Oh, it does let him down for 1. However, Panic's coming in with a kill of his own. Trades do come back through for that T side, but thanks to the isolated kill in Banana, they actually have the man advantage on the Sangal side of things. Then now they're going to start to recover some rifles back as well. Really scary prospect. I like the breaks to be put. Oh no, nearly the spray transfer coming in, but it is set up nicely enough in the end for Soulfly, and a big round for Sangal to take.
Well, they needed something. They just needed to alleviate some of the pressure, but it's going to be no problem for OneWin to reinvest in. We already mentioned about half of them. Money was not an issue at all. Full buy to come right back through. Nickel back. Questioning what he's got. He's got an AK on the floor, so okay. Sangal finally finding around. Finally starting to have a little bit of success off the back of what was a bit of a weird one. But they'll take him all the same. Anything to make this a little bit of an easier position. No banana control seems to be the cause of both these two sides. Happy to give it up to the fact of nades. As OneWin starts to close down a bit of space. Sangal respecting it and just falling back towards site.
Top angle for Kyuubii. Gonna find the double, in fact. Beautiful stuff on that pre-fire especially. So here we go. A turnaround for Sangal perhaps coming in. Orb gets taken down though. Panic's giving his life away. Not so sure about that one. I'm sure he will be frustrated with it. Maybe gives an opportunity for OneWin to regain some ground.
Yeah, let's see. So far, so slow, I guess, for OneWin, where for them, numbers' advantage always makes us a little bit of an uncomfortable position. It's just quiet at the moment. Because I'm at U2 as well. OneWin off the back of it, going to double away. It's all a fate. They're going towards A. They're going to pop out of apps. Time's ticking. They got to go here and now. Does Deco clear it? The answer's no, but a laboured spray gets punished.
It's a big deal. Got to take down this player on the site pretty quickly. Molotov comes in. Corey finds one before falling. And that means this is going to be a tough one for Boomich. Bomb plant coming in. Doesn't really matter at this point. Needs to be winning the round, and I think he knows it. In towards the site, he's got no idea where they're coming from, and I think, ooh, might just lose his life. I think he makes it around the corner. No, they've spotted him. They've spotted him. He sprays down the first. 2 HP, and the hole going to come through from ScrunK. Unfortunate for Boomich. I don't even know if he's really heard it at that distance. We'll have to give the round away, and it's another one there for Sangal.
Yeah, a little bit shaky. Bit uncomfortable at times. At the very least, now, Sangal finally finding a bit of success. That's all that matters. It has been pretty janky CS at times, but they'll take anything. They'll make anything work if they can. Question is, of course, can they keep it up? There's a lot more that they have to get before we even get remotely comfortable. So once again, the question is, we'll see. 5 rounds is the gap. OneWin, potentially losing this round would force them into a little bit of an uncomfortable buy. Deco and Nickelback would be alright, but Boomich, Trav, Forrester, all down to slightly limited funds, and that's where things could work for them. So we'll wait and see. At least Sangal, for the first time in a long time, finding some form of some success to talk about.
Oh, big nade. Great opener for the Sangal camp. Booster's been red. Boomich will be... he's going to be traded out, though. I was going to say he was making ground there on the B-bomb site, but very quickly dealt with, unfortunately, for the side of OneWin. Not really... You would think going to be able to do too much with it, but they're going to try. They are certainly going to try. Utility coming over the top here. What can ScrunK get done? He's got a smoke down to try and work with as well. Sneaky spot to hide in over the back pillar. Flash comes round. Easy frag. And now the man advantage. Very solid indeed for the Sangal side. ScrunK continuing to stay alive at the back end of the site. Kyuubii takes out Deco. Forrester, a hard fight for him to win. And he will now be left alone. An even harder one to get here against 3. Not going to happen for him. And this gap is closing fast. OneWin, I think, have got to worry ever so slightly. Maybe take a timeout.
Yeah, there's been a few moments, and this seems like a bit of a problem with some of these tier 2 teams, in quotation marks there, where we look at their inability to close out games. Again, we saw this sort of thing happen at the RMR, and with OneWin especially, right? They have had their moments where they've been in control of a game, been leading, but their inability to close out some of these games does make things somewhat problematic. We're going to see exactly that, right? You said we're calling for a pause to come through for OneWin. That's exactly what we're going to get. Bit of a breather, bit of a break. See whether they can make this one, complete. See it off, right? See off their opponent's map pick. Go in towards Mirage with heaps of confidence. And set up the narrative, of course, with the potential of a 2-0. Round number 23 gets in the way. The buy for that T side, of course, as you would expect, somewhat on the limited side. But Nickelback is actually going to go in towards a hero AK. That itself is pretty interesting. Let's see. And he's opting to keep hold of it rather than maybe give it over to the likes of a Deco or a Trav, who've been playing really, really well. Boomage, a big investment for him as well. P50, a lot of armor, leaves him running 1.2k in the back pockets.
Yeah, very true. Maybe a bit of an oversight coming through from the big man. So we'll see whether that comes back to bite him in the backside in the future rounds. But for now, 1 win, not really expecting too much out of them. We'll see what the game plan is moving forwards. They've gotten themselves some brackets control to work with. The question now remains, where do they go from here?
A couple of pop shots just to, I guess, give a bit of a warning. A couple of warning shots. That comes over. Panic's forced off the angle. Molotov will come through as well. And now they can't go anywhere. They can't even push through the molly to wrap in towards that of the CT wrapper they would be caught. So they're forced to go back over towards B, and they're going to go straight towards the meat grinder. Nickelback sticking around with the AK, though, and making it expensive for a double. Hang on a second. Corey could be caught off. Oh, this is messy, and he will fall. Now the B side's open.
Such a big deal here. They're going to go off the back of a flashbang. ScrunK has potential to really wrestle around back. The smoke comes in. It's a little late, and they will lose Boomage for the trouble. They have won the B-bomb site. But at what cost is the big question. Oh, lovely nade coming round. And now this should be very doable indeed. 2 on 2. They're incredibly low on that T side of things. Trying to play cheeky around the smoke. Kyuubii is so ready, and he will get the double spray down quite easily. Oh, man. Dicey for a moment, but they could not get it over the line on that 1-win side.
Yeah, it's shaky. But the main thing as well is considering the buy that they had to work with, it's not actually all that bad over towards 1 win. A bomb plant, 3 kills. Not actually the worst round in the world for them. But, like we said, their inability to close out this game is starting to really come to fruition. Only 3 rounds the gap now. It is definitely getting on the side of being slightly close. So, we wait, we see. As the full buy does come back out for 1 win. Deco in towards the AWP. He's hunting for that 30 bomb. Getting pretty damn close to it as well. You see the rest of the team step up and join him. Alongside Boomage, still only on 11 kills. And we said he's no longer the caller, right? So we're looking at this guy in terms of his rifling prowess. And he's been struggling to have impact in this game.
Nades going round. We'll do some damage toward Panics. Looking to find the opening frag, maybe. Oh, Boomage thinking about it, but they call it off. They will be headed towards the safe bomb site instead. There's a boost up to deal with. Corey, pretty scary spot. He's actually going to bail off of it. Not feeling too confident with it, apparently. So 1 win will have an easier time of taking mid than they first thought.
These are coming through, trying to get some space to work with. Right now, Corey's going to be that first point of contact, it seems. Unless ScrunK swings on the back of the flames, swinging through. He doesn't catch any of them. They fall away through the smoke. Corey actually gets quite unfortunate there.
He does indeed. He does indeed. Things get away from him ever so slightly. Forrester's the... one that's seen some damage. Deco should have had that frag. Caught sleeping. Caught fast asleep. And that is a big deal for Sangal to maintain control of this round. The bomb, meanwhile, will make its way back up towards the A-bomb site. They had decided to go B and then decided to bail on it. They're a bit all over the place, maybe. Great contact flash comes around, though. 2 quick kills. Kyuubii only good for the 1. And now, Soulfly and Panics have to save the day.
They might even not give it a go, right? That's kind of the standard call normally. Just going for a save, and I think I'd be very surprised if they even give this a go. It is looking like they can have a look in, though. Soulfly. First point of call is fun. Nickelback tucked in towards that corner. It's always difficult. Swing on the back of contact. It's simple Counter-Strike. It's easy Counter-Strike. And that's it. Panics wants nothing to do with this. He'll hold for exit, see if anyone comes his way, which he'll get. But it's only nothing more than a consolation kill. The other 2 will exit out very safely down towards mid. Nobody's near them. And the question is, in fact, actually, will Forrester find anything on the way out? He's looking to have a... see if Panics will come his way. would it want to happen? There it is, finally, for the first time in a while. 1 win on final round on that T side, up to 14. And getting closer and closer to that old finish line. Yeah, definitely has been elusive at times to get towards that 16. They've been sort of just about escaping it. Now, finally, we feel a little bit more confident about them. Up another pause to come through Sangal, an opportunity for them to have a conversation here. But time is starting to wear thin. And they know they're on it. They're in a spot of bother. They know they're in some slight trouble, to say the least. This one's starting to get somewhat uncomfortable for them. 2 more rounds is all the 1 win need. And the bye for Sangal is going to be pretty brutal, to say the least.
Yeah, rough stuff, man. Looking to run it back and looking to keep as competitive as possible. We did say that this was pretty much a must-win. We got Mirage coming up next, as you can see in the top right there, and 1 win, 91% win rate on that map.
Yeah.
Which is filthy. So you don't really see Sangal taking it there, to be honest with you. And it's not a fantastic map for Sangal, so, you know, it's extra difficult. So really going to be a challenge if they lose this map here as well. We could be looking down the barrel of a 2-0 quite easily. So, yeah, you can see why they take the time out. The pressure is most certainly on.
You talk coming through. They're just going to pop towards there. They're going to go fast here. Corey flashes to the angle. Already, things looking very dicey. Nickelback holding for rotations. They dropped a lot of util there, but 1 don't really fully commit.
Little bit weird. They have had some, you know, guess type rounds where they're unsure of, how they're moving in. And it will cost them in this one as well. Panic's going to open up quite early on. And that is a big, big deal with the Sangal buy.
Taking around. On towards site is all Forrester. Little late, but we'll get the kill nonetheless. That's important. Looking for more as well, and they'll find it. This is now the 1 win clinic that we've spoken so fondly about. And a missed shot by Panic to keep him at bay.
All right, let's see. 2 players in towards the pit area could be very deadly indeed. They're not going to fully check it. Corey comes away with 1. There's another one to deal with, though, in the form of Kyuubii. He's only got a deagle, however. Certainly a difficult weapon to use at this range, and he will get taken down. It seems like they have weathered the storm. Just Panics nearly in with a chance to deny the bomb plant, but he wasn't there quite fast enough, and now has 2 to get through, including the AWP of Deco. The 2 heaviest hitters. Okay, not quite sure how that one misses, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Travis finds the frag, and that is map point for 1 win.
Yeah, a slight, you know, CSGO moment, to say the least there, but it happens. No complaints at all. 15 on the board, and I think surely now, game, set, and match, right? Once again, look at that buy for Sangal. Double MP9. ScrunK has got just the USPS and armor, and a D-gun on 5-7 to try and alleviate some of this pressure. This is a brutal, horrible position to be in, and it's surely all she wrote in towards this map, and potentially even the start of this series as well. Because we've already spoken so fondly about 1 win on Mirage. That's up next. Their pick, Sangal's choice of Inferno, has been a bit of a slaughter.
Really disastrous stuff. You've got to bear in mind as well, there was 6 rounds in a row from Sangal to open things up. So since then, they've not really been able to get too much done. Speaking of getting stuff done, we'll see Soulfly come away with an early frag. Boomich, smart move to just get the AKs out of dodge, make sure there's nobody recovering that one. Small tag back onto Soulfly, by the way, by Deco's AWP, but obviously no trade.
Well, what's the plan now? The big thing as well, no AKB are allowed to be scooped up over towards Sangal. I think it's a smart way to do it. Boomich kind of ferrying them back. Just keeping hold of that. And even still, trying to keep them at bay is much easier said than done. Smoke coming through towards CT side. There's 2 players here, both the pistols in a crossfire.
It's fine from Boomich. Where is the trade from ScrunK? He's going to get the smoke down to make life, difficult to find him. Forrester, meanwhile, falls towards the middle area. And that means they're on a bit of a timer here. On the B bomb site, they are going to get, it's crunch from behind. Nice pickup coming in from Deco, though. Meanwhile, we've had an advanced push in from Boomich here. Easy kill onto Panic's. Great read. You know, leave the player on the site. You don't necessarily have to deal with him. But now there's not a lot of time to get this bomb down. If he somehow sneaks in, but he doesn't, it doesn't matter. Deco gets taken out. That's going to be that. And indeed, the finish comes in for one win. 16-10. Easy does it. And they will nick away their opponent's map pick.
It's great work, right? I mean, when it comes down to it, it was just solid Counter-Strike from the get-go. That's what we want to see more consistently. I think we can all agree there's a lot of questions.